All right. So, welcome everybody. Gonna be doing a stream today in Unity. Little bit of a Friday stream, March 22nd. This one's going on YouTube. So, if you guys can't watch the whole thing, or for those that are watching right now, the recording, thanks for being here. Basically, we're just going to look over Bitcoin and then go over some altcoins afterwards, focusing more so on spot plays. And if I see any like lower time frame scalps, that'll work for me. But I'm not exactly looking for swings at current levels for most coins. Most of the time, on like not most of the time, right now, what I'm looking at is mostly further pullbacks or reclaims if I'm going to jump in any swings. All right. Because right now, on a market structure point of view, BTC is not giving me what I wanted. Yesterday on that pullback, there was a level which might as well just jump into it now. Looking at things on BTC. So whenever we got our pullback, this was one level that I wanted to see held on Bitcoin, was here at the 64,957 level. We got an initial bounce off of it, which wasn't bad. It was at 2.29%. However, at this point, coming back down, breaking back below that is not what I want to see. And so after this, I'm kind of looking at maybe a ABC, like a bullish bat being formed here at the 886, coming down, taking these lows from Wednesday. That would be the first area of interest that I have here. This isn't an area where I would blindly long, by the way. What I would want to see is at least an initial reaction off of this level, coming down to it, and then on lower time frames seeing a jump up, and especially like even like a 1 hour closure above the level, maybe even like a hammer candle or like a like a doji or something, just getting something at those levels to indicate that we came to take the liquidity and still closed above. That's what I want to see. At the same time, if that level doesn't work out, then I will not really be interested in anything until around 59,125 at these lows here. All right. So, because really right now, like I'm not interested in taking any sort of trade where we currently are on BTC. We have like 1 hour lower time frame support here, but I personally wouldn't. I don't have a way to size this up for my personal method of trading. So instead, I'd be looking for a reaction here at 61,620. I would be looking to DCA at the X point and at least looking to take this all the way back up to these highs here around 69. So that would be my first idea for a potential trade on BTC. Next comes in down here. Let me go ahead and pull up a volume profile as well. And I'm going to put all my moving averages here. 2. There we go. There we go. I was like, why aren't they popping up? So again, guys, personally, I just use the simple moving average, and that is the 200 on my trades. I use that on mostly all time frames. I like it especially on the 1 hour and above. My favorite time frame to use this 200 simple though is the daily. So that right there is like my favorite. On the 4 hour, we essentially bounced off of the 4 hour 200 on that dip the other day here. And now in the value area low. So we still have that same confluence now down at our trade levels. Again, personally, I'm not looking to trade right at the value area low. The 886 is where I'm more so interested in, and especially if we can close, hit our levels and then close back above them and above the value area low here, that would be ideal. If we don't get that trade, then I would simply be looking for these range lows here at this wick for a potential SFP. So something like that. Two different scenarios here. Yeah, the monthly candle is not looking great, so let me pull that up. Yep, not looking great here, guys. I know it's like a little hard to see with my harmonic in the way, but yeah, you can see how tall this wick is here at the moment. We'll have to see how things play out. Still got 9 days left on here, but let's check out the weekly. Yeah, weekly is not looking great. I mean, it's not really telling me a whole lot. You actually do have this weekly level up here now, coming in at about 69,097 there. That I'll mark that as a weekly. And I don't even think you have any weekly levels here till, yeah, all the way down here at around 51. So higher time frame support wise, you know, you don't have anything till the weekly here, this weekly zone. And obviously like our consolidation zone back here from December, you also have that. But I don't anticipate us coming all the way down to these levels between 40 and 44. However, a pullback to at least these range lows around 59K at this point after that rejection, that would not surprise me. All right, so it's kind of my thoughts on BTC at the moment. You know, I know Ethereum has been looking way better than Bitcoin as of recent times. Right now, from low to high, I'll get rid of this fib pool actually, since it's not really useful anymore. Right now, here in Ethereum, you are still making a lower high here. So this high, this is still a lower high comparatively. So your downtrend is still continuing here on the 4 hour, which is not good. And really, like, yes, you have the same setup essentially as Bitcoin here, where I'm not interested in taking any sort of trade until, even here the pullback is so shallow. Like, I don't even know if you couldn't even consider this like a traditional bat, because this 339 needs to at least be a 382 to be a traditional bat. So the 886 fib is still valid, of course, but yeah, that rejection was not great on Ethereum. Coming down to this, I think maybe this value area low where you have previous support here, this could be considered range lows in a way for ETH as well, because you have a lot of different areas of confluence there. You know, reclaim there, retest, retest, retest. Honestly, I would really just be looking for reaction there. I wouldn't even use that harmonic anymore. There's not a whole lot of other confluence at that level, just besides it being like historically an SR based on these different points back here. So again, it being also like the value area low of this range, I wouldn't be looking for anything besides like a scalp here, like waiting for a reaction at that level on, like, you know, a 5 to 15 minute candle, and then taking this up to the point of control with a TP level here around 3,333, 3,033. I mean, just something like this for a scalp is all I would take on ETH. Other than that, I would be looking for lower prices starting at around like 3,000 bucks down here at this area support. I'll show you guys about down here where we have this area consolidation. All right. I would say this is possibly the pre-halving dump at this point. You know, in the past couple months since we started having our move up in January, the kind of bearish price action you saw today with the rejection hadn't really been going on. Like, what I mean by that is the reclaim of the level that we should have had last night and into the, if you saw my Twitter post, that whenever I was posting a possible like long idea, I was saying that we need to hold this level in order to move higher. And really, because we hadn't, that is, in my opinion, more so bearish price action. In the last couple months, like I said, we would have usually held that sort of level and had a continuation to the upside. So in my opinion, we really are seeing a bit of a more of a bearish trend change than we have been dealing with in the past couple months. So I think it's better to be cautious right now, for sure. I don't think blindly longing, especially taking any swing longs, I'm not looking to do so. And then I know some of you are wanting to see Solana. We can take a look at it. So here on Sol, I'm actually short Sol from this 192 region. I just took a golden pocket fib pull and took the short there. I know, crazy, right? Me shorting. But it's only because, like, also just like this pattern with a higher high. This was a great area for a potential lower high after you had a lower low here compared to these lows. And so at the moment, this is kind of my thoughts on Sol. Either you get your bounce here and you essentially do a form of a W shape, or, and what I think is more likely based on Bitcoin, ETH, and other major price action, is that you continue lower. You already took the liquidity at this order block, so I don't think a third tap would hold up here, which means after that I would not really be looking for, honestly, anything until really this area here. And I'm going to get rid of the volume profile. Let's go to the weekly, see if there's any levels to be drawn. Don't have any weekly levels really until 103. I'm going to mark 112 because it's our previous like double top consolidation level. Daily, you've got a daily level here at your previous consolidation zone at 125. In my opinion, if you do get this 125 zone, this would be a great area to be a buyer from. I would be very interested in compounding my spot bags here. I know a lot of you guys jumped into Sol with me in this area for Sol spot. And so now that I sold most of my bag, I'll be looking to compound down here around 125. I'd even be interested here at around 137. I just don't see enough confluence at 140 to be interested. So I'm going to get rid of that because that's only on the 4 hour. Maybe for some trades here on the 4 hour support I'd be interested in, but not for like spot bags. So something like this, where you buy basically here at 138, DCA down to this daily at 125, and then taking these back up to like all-time highs. I think all-time highs are on like, what are they, like 290, something like that. I don't know if this chart has them. Wow. Bybit listed Sol spot right at the top, basically. Of course they did. Right at the peak of euphoria. Yep. So for me, not interested until we come down to these levels to compound Solana. Daily RSI should reset by then, come down to at least the 50 level. Post this for you guys. What's up, guys? What's up? And for Injective, I posted my channel right now. I'm still in. We'll see how it goes. If I need to cut, I will. I'm not afraid to. I'm monitoring the chart though, and so far I'm still looking to DCA at my second level on Injective, as I posted, because I think that's coinciding with BTC coming down to that 886 I talked about earlier in stream. Hopium on Sol. Wonder if you already came down to the 886 here. You're close. You didn't come down to it all the way though. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like it. I'm not ruling it out, but let's see. It's just like an ugly structure, in my opinion. Like higher time frames are still bearish here, so I don't really expect it to hold, even though there's a possibility of it doing so. All right, guys. So there's BTC, ETH, and Sol. I can look at, give me like 3 more altcoins. We're just going to be looking at higher time frames right now for potential buy areas. First one I'm going to look at is Doge, because I think this one will be one to keep an eye on. I think Doge is definitely one of the stronger altcoins at the moment. Doge came down and take these lows here from last Tuesday, came down and took them the other day on that dump. Right now, I mean, let's see, did we make a higher high here? Yeah, this is something that I do like on Doge compared to other majors. So as you can see, you actually did put in a higher high here yesterday. I like that. That's way less bearish than what you're seeing on a lot of these other altcoins. So in this case, this is a trade that I'm pretty sure I already gave as well in my channel, but I am still interested in taking it. This Doge long, I am still interested in taking this. I don't know if this is the exact setup I posted in there, but you know, either one of these work, because it's the same concept, essentially coming down, retesting this 4-hour SR level, this golden pocket fib. You'll be above the 4-hour 200. See if our volume profile is telling us anything. Yeah, you essentially have the value area low there too. I might even pull this up just a little bit. Something like that. I think this would be a nice play. And in case you do get a wick to the downside here, I would still have a DCA at the 886. But overall, Doge is definitely stronger than a lot of these other major alts right now. What's up, Max? Since me and OTW talked about Fetch at the beginning of stream, we shall look at it now, because I think this is one that I hold a lot of Fetch in my portfolio. I honestly, it's crazy, man. Like I bought like 10K of Fetch down at 0.2, back all the way over here, like last year, 2023. And at this point, like that bag, after trimming like 4 times, I still have like 30K left in Fetch. So I'm still like sitting pretty well in it, but I think I still would like to compound it if we get any interesting buy areas again. My favorite area would be this 1.2 region. I really doubt we come all the way down there though at this point. You know, your RSI is already resetting here. You're going to form some daily hidden bullish divergence soon. Especially when you come down to these levels. Like, I think what I would be interested in, let's see. Now you do have a daily level here, 2.37. So I'm going to mark that. See if there's anything on the weekly here. Okay. So, just in general, I don't think that I would take a trade at this daily level, actually. You know, for me, there's not enough confluence there, actually. Yeah. I think down to this 216 region would be the next area that I'm looking at. Coming to take the liquidity at these wicks for a trade like this. And then in terms of buying spot, I would be interested in this zone here. Basically coming down from 1.97. Map this order block here as well. If you get any of these levels on FET, then that would be a blessing, in my opinion. Short-term trade, coming down to these wicks at 2.17 would be where I'm interested. I mean, 4 hour, you still have, this is still bearish structure here. No higher highs yet. Even this higher high was post-seeded. Is that even if that's a word, by a lower low compared to these lows? So basically, like, you're leaving all of these highs here. You took these, which is what I said with the higher high, but you made the lower low after. So in the end, coming down to these lows, this is what I would like to see. Yeah, Neo Tokyo is definitely a good alpha NFT group right now. I mean, they were around all bear market, and in my opinion, like, they're one of the ones that I saw that hadn't stopped building. In my opinion, like, a lot of these different NFT groups, they just like they got all their money during the bull market last year, couple years ago, and they just faded with the rest of the NFT market. But Neo Tokyo hasn't, and Becker and Elliott have still kept building throughout the bear, and they're still around. They're still making videos. They're still, Becker's obviously like not one to fade, as you can see. Like, dude just sold his advertising company like 6 months ago for like $500 million or something like that. So dude knows what he's doing, in my opinion. Even if he dumps his gaming coins on people, which, I mean, he's still like very candid about that, in my opinion. So it's not like he lies about it. It's PvP. Let's see. Yo, Weatherman, we wanna look at a altcoin together? Anything you're recommended? Elon? I did see your Elon post, bro. Let's take a look. So Weatherman's talking about this Dojon Mars coin. Yes, it's a meme coin, but usually what you see is a lot of these move with Dogecoin, especially like these baby Dogelon coins. I just didn't expect the chart to look like this. Holy crap, man. Let's pull up the KuCoin chart, see if it looks any better. Yeah, that looks better. It looks way better. So, yeah, here on Dogelon, in my opinion, as long as you keep above this level here at 2338, this is a good buying op, because you're essentially staying above this bottom side range. You know, just look at this in terms of, you've got your big range here, you've got your bottom side range here, and now you're breaking back into this range. So what you don't want to see is coming down essentially and just going sideways like this, because obviously like you could reclaim it afterwards, but then you're, you know, in my opinion, you're just stalling around. So what I like is watching these range breaks like this, because usually what happens is once you break out of them like this and you break into your previous one, you usually stay into your previous range. You usually don't break back into this, especially when market conditions are relatively better now than they have been. So in my opinion, this would be a good buying opportunity. You know, I just feel like I would just cut under this level though, personally, at 233, and then I would buy back in if we reclaim it. Nice. Oh, you got the ranges too. I see you, Weatherman. I see you. Yep, exactly, bro. Like exactly. As long as you're above that bottom side range, you have free range to at least come up to that top side of your previous one on the weekly at 0.5. And then in my opinion, you know, yeah, you have the power of 3 situation, so it should theoretically take you higher if it plays out here, of course. I see it. I see it, man. Yeah, you got a couple here. You got some of the 786s hitting. Yeah, overall, coming down to at least that 786, I suppose, would be the most ideal. At around where's that? 204. So is it wise to sell some alts to get a better entry or just hold? In my opinion, man, like, my difficulty with telling people about, of course, weather, of course, bro. Thanks for the shout out for the coin. So my issue is that, you know, whenever you bought those altcoins, I don't know your entries, right? If you're up heavily already on those alts, like you're already 2 to 3x, in my opinion, it's never a bad idea to shave your profits. But at this point, like, I think my difficulty is like, did you have an exit plan whenever you bought those to begin with? Because if so, you know, most of the alts that people have in their portfolio now, probably down about 20 to 30% from the highs because of Bitcoin now. And so, in my opinion, if you didn't have an exit plan and you didn't start selling at around those tops, then you have to kind of adjust your strategy now, because in general, like, if you're already 20 to 30% down from the top, what's your average price? What's the risk reward of you selling now versus selling versus just holding. Because if you sell now and we do have a greater market bounce, like how are you going to feel? So in my opinion, like here are my thoughts. We are closer now to a bottom dollar wise than back to our current all-time highs, if that makes sense. Like the bottom for me is closer than how far away the current highs on Bitcoin are in dollar terms. I hope that makes sense in the way I'm trying to say it, because I mean, like, you know, Bitcoin at like 60, what is it at now? Like 60. Let me just look again. 63. Like, so all-time highs right now are what, 74? So like I believe that $10,000 away from all-time highs, that is farther away in my opinion than how close we are to the bottom. Like in my opinion, the bottom is within like 4 to 5,000. So to me, that's showing you the RR is better to for me at least to hold alts at this point rather than sell them. On a many coins, you're a bit under break even, so then it's like, I don't know, man. You'd have to be like very specific with the coins too, because they're all a little different. Like I just looked at how Doge is way more bullish on a market structure perspective than even like Bitcoin and ETH. So yeah, it just depends on your coins, man, because they're not all the same right now. Like if I show you guys, like, just look at my AI watch list, right? Let's start out with let's look at Sol. There's Sol, there's AVAX, which for example, again guys, AVAX is one of the stronger altcoins right now. If you guys aren't holding spot AVAX, just FYI, anything above this 49.97 region is bullish. If you start breaking back below this, then you have an entire range again that you have to deal with, which in my opinion, I would start buying again back around 44.7. But it, you know, to me, you just don't want to see AVAX break back into this range, because then I would just sell and then jump back in if we reclaim highs. Just a little side note there. Render, see how a lot of these different AI coins are way more bullish than some of your other alts that you're seeing right now. Like, I don't know, let's just look at like ADA, for example. Like, do you see how an ADA compared to AVAX? AVAX above current range highs. ADA already back breaking into them like this. This is not what you want to see. This is more bearish. What I would be interested in is, at this point on ADA, I'd be a buyer down here at these lows. For example, something like that. And you'd probably retest the 200 moving average at that point. So I wouldn't be buying till these lows. I don't even like this mid-range anymore. Yes, you already had a bounce off of it, and if you hold it, I'll power to you. But if this holds, then I'm not going to buy again till you reclaim highs. $34 daily users, but only 200 people in this class. I know, guys. It's crazy, right? I'm doing my best to just teach, you know. That's my goal here, to teach you guys and to just to kind of help out, you know. Help trying to navigate these markets right now when things are going sideways and choppy a little bit. How about DCAing? Is it best to set limit orders now, wait for BTC's next move? I mean, in general, though, like, for example, like on a coin like ADA, where are you going to DCA, right? Like, I'm not going to DCA at these lows again at 5.7. You already tapped them literally like 6 times. Like, how many times are you going to tap them until they stop holding? In my opinion, they're not going to hold this next time around, especially like once you get down to these lows. I think BTC is going to break back into that 59K region where I put that SFP candle where we were looking at it. So I don't think ADA holds this, especially because I said it's not one of the stronger alts. So setting orders for spot though down here at this 4-7 region, that'd be fine in my opinion. I would not say that's a bad idea. Say plus Jupe, good alt spot collection. I mean, it's never a bad idea to be diversified. Just like me and OTW were talking about at the beginning of stream, guys, how we talked about how like you don't have to be a genius right now in a bull market to be able to be profitable. Like you just have to essentially, in my opinion, have exposure to these markets. In my opinion, I'm just saying, some alts look way better than others. So there are benefits to using TA and looking at these charts to determine what are stronger, what are weaker. For example, like I said, AVAX stronger than ADA. If you ask me, I'll just be honest with you guys. I have like 50K in AVAX and I have a whopping $0 in ADA. 0. And you're not going to convince me to buy that shit coin otherwise, because every time I look at it, it is always weaker than all the other altcoins that I look at on a daily basis. Every time. Kind of like Ethereum. But Ethereum, in my opinion, is way better poised to do better than cycle than fucking Charles Hoskinson coin. I don't even think the ADA fanboys exist anymore, to be honest. I think they all died out last cycle. I think even Charles is done with that coin. I think they've given up. American Disability. That's fucking hilarious. Completely agree. Yeah, I think I know the XRP. By the way, Caleb, 2 VC deals just landed. That's fucking bomb. Hell yeah. Yeah, no. I know the XRP fanboys are still around. I know the ADA fanboys, in my opinion, they are dying out. I don't think they are around anymore. They'll probably have their day in the sun at some point, just like every coin does this cycle. But I probably will just fade it. I don't care about it enough. Anyways, a lot of these AI coins have similar setups, guys. Just in general, like I was talking about, getting any of these areas on these AI coins that are your next ranges would be a blessing for spot. Like 8.3 down to this area on render, I would be a buyer. Here on GRT 337 or so on my daily, I'd be a buyer. All the way down to this daily here, I would be purchasing some of these AGICs. As you guys can see, like these are all doing basically the same thing, just consolidating for their next move. Like I said, you're gonna start forming hidden bullish divs soon on a lot of these coins. Like you're gonna start seeing something like this, and then it's gonna be still something like that, where you're still above your highs here. Like, just check it out. RSI at these levels is where price was here, but price is gonna be making a higher high while RSI is gonna be in the toilet. So yeah, they're just gearing up for their next move. Overall, you can't tell me that this structure isn't still bullish. Like how is this not a bullish coin still? You're already down to the 50 level on the RSI too, so you don't have that much longer to go before these things pop off again, in my opinion. Like I said, if you get any of these regions, and I mean, I'm not putting I'm not using the long short tool, because as you can see, like if I did put the long short tool, buy here, DCA here, cut under these levels, that's basically like my whole reasoning. Actually, I wouldn't even cut. I would buy again right there. I would be buying in this area and looking for fresh highs is what I'm showing you on all these coins. Buy. Even if you come down to this level, previous range highs, buy, and look for fresh highs on all these AI coins. Don't be fading the AI sector, guys. This is going to be, in my opinion, one of the biggest movers in the next cycle. WorldCoin 2. Sam Altman eyeball coin is going to be a good one too. Don't fade eyeball coin. All right, guys. So, I think that'll probably do it for my stream today, guys.